Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Coffee and Headphones. My name is Caleb,
I am always Trevor.
and today we are here to break down the first week of the NBA season. If you didn't know already, this is a podcast where two brothers talk about brother things. Trevor, your door just opened. Is there a ghost in there?
No, there's a Bentley.
Hey, Bentley, why don't you show the people your dogs? Can you angle your camera there?
Yeah, I can do one better. Bentley, come here. Come here. Oh, this is not a Bentley.
Switch to solo real quick. Hey, that's not Bentley.
Hold on. How do I switch to solo?
No, I got it. We're on solo. We're good.
Okay.
Oh, that is Bentley. Hey, Bentley.
That's a Bentley.
It looked like Tucker for a second.
It was. Your eyes do not
Okay.
see.
That makes sense. Cute
And
little pit bulls.
this is Kalani.
The big
She is
girl.
not happy. By the way, I just picked her up.
She
So,
doesn't look happy.
You can go back to your little. She has a little cave underneath the desk where she just
Oh,
sits and listens. So she's our
Nice.
number one fan.
nice. That's my girl.
Yes, sir. You got Nala around?
Nala is. I don't see it. She must be taking a nap somewhere.
That's fair.
I have a really big, like, open apartment. So
Mhm.
the whole, like, it used to be a garage, right? So the whole, like, apartment is one big open room except for the bathroom, the mud room, and the back room where I do dishes and stuff. So she's somewhere around here. Yeah. Out
That's
of
fair.
nowhere. Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. Without further ado, I guess, do you want to just jump into the games? The NBA season started Tuesday.
That sounds good.
What are your
I do
initial
want to say
takeaways?
something. I want to say something
Okay.
real quick.
Okay.
For those of you that have been following us since day one, we had Big
Just
Sean.
like a month ago.
Yep, a long time. We had Big Sean like one of our posts. And then recently, Caleb brought it to my attention that Baby Keem watched our story today. So
Yes.
we are on the up and up. Not really, but it's cool.
We're
Apparently,
famous.
apparently if you tag people, they look at what you said. So
Yeah.
there you
Hey,
go.
shout out. Cheers to Baby Keem. Today's his birthday. He's 22. I hope by the time I turn 22, I'll have $20 million and 3 songs with Kendrick to my name, but we'll see what happens.
Don't have a lot of time, Caleb. So
I have 8.5 months.
8.5 months. All right. Yeah, we can jump right into it though if you want.
All right. Yeah, let's do it. Actually, one more thing. Quick note. Shout out to Harley for that sign that you see behind Trevor right now. Here, I'll switch so that you can see both of us real quick. Shout out to Harley for making that. That's my sister-in-law, Trevor's wife. If you didn't know, she runs her own business, Fraser Co. Go ahead and give it a follow on all social media platforms. By that, I mean Instagram and TikTok. What other social media do you need these days?
That's true. We have Facebook for the older crowd.
Oh, yeah. Does she? Is there Facebook under Fraser Co?
There's a Facebook group. You got to be invited. So
you got to be invited.
Ask for that invite.
DM the company. Yes, sir. All right. Just wanted to bring that to attention real quick. You want to start with the good old Chicago Bulls?
Yeah, we can. So the Bulls opener was Wednesday night, right?
Yes.
They played the Miami Heat and Jimmy G Butler, baby.
Yes, sir.
They looked pretty good, but I don't think they looked cohesive. I think a few players really led that game. Actually, one player that I can think of. I don't know if you're thinking of the same person, but
DeMar DeRozan. It's the guy with the guy with 37 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The MVP is back, bro. Back-to-back games. Yeah. Wednesday we won without our backcourt against a great team that was in the conference finals last year, one shot away from making it to the NBA finals. They led the conference and wins last year in the Miami Heat. And we came out with our early season upset. Shout out to my guy Io DeSumo. He played great in
Yes,
his start.
17.
Played great in his start without Lonzo being there, and then a surprise injury that I want to talk about for a little bit. Zach LaVine. Now, if you saw a couple weeks ago, we had our super dark horse MVP candidates. Zach LaVine was my pick, and I like to withdraw that. Not because he's playing bad. He's not playing. Is very, very sneaky that the Bulls wouldn't say anything. What we heard as Bulls fans, as NBA fans, is that Zach was 100% ready to go. Basically, the whole team was healthy except for Lonzo. We knew that we would be shorthanded the point guard role, but that opening night, it was like 3 or 4 hours before the game, they said Zach wouldn't be playing. And they said it was for knee management. Now, Zach had knee surgery early this offseason. I believe it was in May, 5 months ago now. He was supposed to be good to go. And then he missed again last night against the Wizards. And I'm honestly super concerned because he relies heavily on athleticism. That's how he gets a lot of his buckets. Like we talked about in the last video with LaVine, he's not a like draw fouls kind of guy. He doesn't get the respect of the whistle. And more so than anything, I'm just concerned that the front office isn't being transparent with the fans about these injuries, because that's supposed to be our franchise guy. DeRozan is in year 14. He still looks incredible. I have no doubt he's going to be an all-star again this year. Vucevic looks great this year. Io looks good, as we said. Like, a lot of the team looks good. I love the new additions between Drummond and Dragic. I said on this show, I wasn't sure. I was like, they're okay. I don't know if they'll bring us what we need. So far, Dragic has been perfect as that backup point guard. He went 4 for 4 in his first game from 3. He went, I don't know exactly what he shot last night, but he brought the veteran savvy and helped us come back. We were down 17 at one point.
We're down 17.
Andre Drummond, bro. I said, at least he'll be better than Tony Bradley. He's definitely been better than Tony Bradley so far. Double off the bench last night. He looks amazing in a Bulls uniform. I'm very happy with both of these signings so far. I'm a little upset that we haven't seen Dalen Terry get any run yet, especially with Zach being out, but it is what it is. Anything that you like to say about the Bulls?
I think that they have a good mix of veterans and young players where they should be able to still do well regardless of what the injuries are. But I did see that Zach LaVine has been upgraded to healthy. I believe he'll be playing in the next game, which I don't know who
tonight. Yeah, we played the Cavs tonight. Home opener.
Yes, I think he plays tonight. So yeah, should be interesting. I need him. He's on my fantasy team. I think he's still gonna have a big year. I think they were just being cautious. But that sort of moves into my guys, the Nuggets.
One more thing I want to say about the Bulls before we move on. Put some respect on Vucevic's name, man. You see that guy playing with aggression? There were 2 people I said that we need. Go ahead.
He's perfect from the free throw line last night.
12 for 12.
12 of 12.
12 of 12. He's a 76% career. Yes, we lost by 2. DeMar almost hit another buzzer beater.
I know.
And that same arena that he hit the first day of the year. I will say one more thing, though. I had 2 guys to keep an eye on, see how aggressive they are this year. That was Vooch and Patrick Williams. Mm-hmm. This is a message for Patrick Williams right now. I need you to pay attention. You need to be better. This is year number 3. You were drafted with the 4th overall pick, and I've gone to bat for you every single time. Javonte Green, undrafted, 6'4" from Radford, Virginia, is running circles around you. It's gotten to the point where me and pretty much every single Bulls fan would rather Javonte play over Patrick. Patrick, you need to step it up. I don't care if you go 0 for 15. Take some shots. Make the defense respect you. Play aggressive. You're supposed to be a great defender. Play defense. He looks lost out there on offense and defense, and I'm super concerned. He's obviously still young, younger than me. I always have to remind myself he's going to be good. He's going to be something in this league. but we need him to step up now. We could have traded him for so many star players, and we
Yeah.
passed because we believed in him. Make
Well, and
us
this is
validate our feelings here, Patrick. Let us know that you're with us, that you have something in the bag.
yeah, and this is coming from the guy who, if you don't know, is like one of the biggest Pat Will fans that I've seen.
I
Uh,
am. I'm a
he
stan.
he is. I believe he named his fantasy team after him last year.
I
This
did.
man is this man is a huge Pat Will fan. So it comes from love. But yeah, he definitely does need to play better. He's young, but it is his third year in the league. Although we've only played through 2 games, so we'll see how
Right.
that
It's true.
develops.
But like on nights like last night when there's no Zach Levine,
Right.
you don't have Lonzo for it looks like it could be somewhere around half the season. Patrick
Mhm.
needs to take more than what 5 shots, I think he took last night, 6 shots maybe. We
Yeah.
just need to see him shoot, bro. He had a great last game of the regular season last year, and that put hope. My earbud fell out. I got so heated. That put hope in the heart of a lot of Bulls fans. Don't tell me it was false hope, bro. I just want to see you be someone. I always thought he could be like a Luau Deng type for us. I need that. And if not that, then be a starter. Be a quality starter in this league. That's all I ask for right now.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And I think as the season progresses, he'll either have to take on that role or continue to decline in playing time. I mean, I think
Yeah.
that's what it's going to be. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Uh, the Nuggets,
The
because
Nuggets.
I just want to get to them so bad, and then we'll talk about a few of these other teams. But so the Nuggets came out, and was it Wednesday night? Was their first game?
Yeah.
Played
Yeah.
the Jazz, which the Jazz were like a huge, not even question mark in my mind. It was like the Jazz are not going to be as good as they were last year or
Mhm.
the year before or whatever. The Jazz played really well, but what happened was the Nuggets played worse. We were abysmal from three, and we were abysmal on defense. It looked like we were really missing like a 3-and-D guard, which we have, but he didn't play so well. I'll talk about that in a minute. But 123 to 102. That's 21-point blowout. The Nuggets were
Yeah.
down pretty much all game. Brought it within 7 at one point.
Right.
Uh, but the Jazz weathered that storm. And your guy, Lowry Markkinen,
Yes,
played
sir.
lights out from three and played really good against Jokic, which I was like not surprised by, but
Sorry,
wow.
I was. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love it. I love to see it, man. Like you said, he's my guy. I will always have love for him, even though he's not a Bull anymore. Last night as
Mhm.
well, he had another great game. He's on my fantasy team. He hit the essentially it was the game winner against the Timberwolves because I forget who it was. D'Lo missed the game winner, I think, for the
Yeah,
Wolves last night.
yeah.
So Laurie's the Jazz are sneaky good, man. They have a lot of
2-0.
veterans.
They're 2-0,
We
right?
know.
And the Jazz, I mean, Rudy Gay and Mike Conley and
Rudy Gay's on the
Rudy
Jet.
Gay
I feel like I could read you their
played
whole
really good.
roster. I
Well,
could
and the
read you
weird
their
thing is,
roster. Yeah, go ahead.
Rudy looks like he's in top shape, dude. I mean, he looks like a monster. It was insane to watch. But the Nuggets played decent. Like MPJ had 15 his first game back from being injured. Jamal came out. They're obviously managing his minutes. He also rolled his ankle. So that's not something that I fully expected was to have his minutes cut like that. But Aaron Gordon had a double double, who isn't like my favorite player, but he's been playing well. And Jokic, for Jokic standards, relatively underperformed, which is crazy to say about a guy who had 27, 6, and 4. He also had like 3 steals, I think.
Yeah. It was
But
really the 6 rebounds that killed him and the team last. No, that was the
well,
first game, right?
yeah, when you have a player like Jokic, you know he's not going to be like that defensive presence, but he has the ability to rebound, and we sort of needed that. But our new guys didn't look so great starting off. KCP played good hustle ball, which he always does. But big thing that was sort of a bummer for me is Bones Highland played like trash. He looked like Will Barton 2.0, taking
Oof.
shots when he didn't need to take shots.
Will Barton's a good player, man.
Will Barton is, if you are a
He's
Nuggets
not
fan,
efficient.
if you're a Nuggets fan, you understand what I'm saying. If you're not, you won't. The thing with
That's
Will
fair.
Barton is he's a good plug and play player. He's a good role player. He can get you 30 on any given night, but he's going to take a 3-pointer with 10 seconds left and you're up by 2. He's going to take a 3 from like 30 feet out and miss it. The
Yeah.
basketball IQ is low. Athleticism's there, hustle's there. The basketball IQ is maybe a 10.
Yeah.
So I do not miss him, but I was hoping to see more from Bruce Brown and KCP, which we did against the World Championship title defenders, the Golden State Warriors.
What a game.
Last night, fun to watch. Remember, the Nuggets did beat them in the preseason as well. So
that matters.
the Nuggets, I mean, what I'm saying is the Nuggets can beat any team on any given night by 20 if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
They just got to all be cohesive and shots got to drop. So.
And Bones looked a lot better, and KCP looked a lot better.
KCP filled a void. He filled a void of the 3-and-D that we needed. I was enjoying watching KCP and Bruce Brown last night.
Bruce Brown low-key tried to sell at the end there, though.
He did. But he played good. He had 20 points last night. Jokic triple-double. You know, that's what we need from him, which is crazy. Nuggets fans expect way too much, but 26, 10, and 12. Let me see here. Christian Braun was on the floor. I liked this. He was on the floor a lot. He reminded me of a better Campazzo, and I think we're going to be able to plug him in when we need some defense. And he didn't play great, but he's still super young. It's just basically his first run. I think the first game he had like maybe 3 minutes or something. But we weathered a storm last night because we were up by 17. Final score was 128-123, but you expect that.
It got very close. And that boy Jordan Poole, man, he really tried to give y'all hell at the end there. He's on my fantasy team, which, by the way, this man told me he convinced me to get Jordan Poole instead of Tyler Hero. And I know in my mind, like, I know how many people are on the Warriors that can score and how many people are on the Heat that can score. And instead, I listened to Big Bro, and I got Jordan Poole, Mr. 4 for 17 looking out there, instead of Tyler Hero, 6th man of the year, averaging 25 so far in the season.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? If you looked at that first game the Warriors played, they pretty much played all the young guys. They didn't play Steph that much. They didn't play Clay, Draymond that much at all.
No, I think Steph, they played the most, and he only had like 30 minutes in the end.
They played A. Wiggins the most out of that starting lineup, I believe. But he was running that second line for a lot of it. So Jordan Poole also just signed 143, 46 million.
Too much.
Jordan Poole's gonna deliver, don't you worry. But I'm not like a huge
But is he gonna deliver this year efficiently? Because that's what I need. I believe in him as a player long term. I definitely do. I think long term he'll probably be better than Hero. But this is fantasy league, bro. I need that. Shout out to the Daily Dribble, by the way. That's our league. Those are our guys over in Australia. And man, speaking of the Warriors, Daily Dribble transferring to the Lakers real quick. Oh, this is bad. This is trade Westbrook. They need to. Everybody involved. Westbrook needs a new home. Do the Buddy Hield trade.
Buddy Hield's a great fit for them, and Buddy Hield has been underrated pretty much his entire time in the league. Absolutely.
Buddy Hield was traded for DeMarcus Cousins back in the day. I always forget
Russ gets too much hate. You're saying trade Russ just because he's not a good fit for that team, correct?
Yes. I'm saying trade Russ because He's not trash, but he went 0 for 11, which is kind of trash. He needs a new
Okay.
home.
If you had your home fans saying all that stuff, you had your own coach, your own team, your own front office trying to get rid of you and saying how bad you were, would you be confident and play well?
Absolutely not. No, Russ is very much. People seem to forget that NBA players are humans.
Yes.
Russ has opened up about this before. He can't even take his children to the games with him because the fans are so wild.
Sad. So
His
sad. And
his home team. He grew
yeah,
up in
yeah,
LA.
it is. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right.
It's very sad. It's disrespectful beyond measure. There's no room for it. But at the end of the day, basketball is basketball. And as far as basketball goes, this Russ Lakers experiment has not gone well at all. And it's off to an even worse start this year than last year. Once an episode, bro, there's something that this man does. It just takes me out of the moment. What did you just put on your shirt?
It says, thank you, or holy cow, thank you so much. This from Harley's business. No, I agree, and I think it's so sad, and I think Russ needs to go. For Russ, I also think for the Lakers it'll be good, but I don't think it'll fix their problems. I don't.
Oh, I don't think it'll turn them to championship contenders or anything, but the vibes cannot possibly be worse than they are right now.
So do you remember, I think it was right after, so it was when it was just Kobe, and the Lakers missed the playoffs like 3 years in a row, right? I think that's what we're going to be seeing this year. I think they maybe not miss the playoffs, but probably. I mean, you look at that Western Conference, and unless, I mean, and AD looks okay, but AD is not like, oh, I'm one of the best players in the world. It's like, like it's okay to watch. They lost to the Clippers by 6, not terrible. But if you watch the game, it didn't look great. And the crazy part is the Clippers had like 6 or 7 players in double figures.
So it wasn't
great. And then LeBron had a double-double, and AD had 25 and 8, which is good, right?
Yeah.
But AD is, I think he at least has to have a double-double. He had 0 assists, which he's not in a room for assists, but
nah, when you have LeBron and Westbrook, in theory, you should be fine to go a game without getting an assist. But the thing with AD is he's best when he plays above the rim. And I think he started to show that a little bit in the Clippers game, finally. I feel like he hasn't played above the rim at least since like the 2020 finals. And like he's been dealing with injury, but he always is. And that's the concern with AD. So is he going to stay healthy? Who's to say?
Anytime he falls, you just hear a hush go over the crowd, man.
It's like so scary.
Untrustworthy. It should be interesting. I mean, I don't see the Lakers.
Nah, I see them in the play-in, bro, to be honest. There's no way they're going to be a top 6 seed. Even if they make the trade for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner, they're still missing. Like, Kendrick Nunn was 0 for 7. He hasn't played in over a year. Who else played? Oh, Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly went 1 for 7. Matt Ryan shouldn't be getting NBA minutes, man. Like, it's sad what's happening. Like, if you're a Lakers fan, let me know how you feel.
It's like Robert Sacre, or Robert whatever his last name was. When he played really well, and that's why he ended up getting a contract with the Lakers. But then he bombed out, man. Right. It was pretty embarrassing. I mean, I don't know. Paulo's playing well, which I wanted him on my fantasy team. Did you see him catch a body last night?
Sorry, who?
Paolo Banchero.
Oh, yes, Pablo Banchero.
Same thing. That's what I said.
I missed that, but I did watch the end of that game. He did play well. The Hawks look good with DeJounte Murray.
John Collins
looked great. Clint Capella looked healthy, which he wasn't last year. So, hey, man, the Hawks could be nice. I hope not for the Bulls' sake because that's competition. Same with the Wizards.
Yeah.
Hated losing that game because that's a whole game instead of a half game because we're gonna be jumbled up at the end of the year. I feel like, but yeah, no, Pablo looked great, man. I was watching the Magic play the Hawks, and I realized like they don't have really a passing guard on that team. Cole Anthony's good. He's a scorer and he's not efficient. RJ Hampton, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. You should not be in the NBA. This man was so lost out there on offense and defense the whole time I was watching. Uh, Markel Fultz, man, he's always injured. So I think if eventually he pairs up with a good passing guard, they could be a serious problem.
Yeah, I think you may be right. I think he'll play similar to, not like how, but similar to like what we saw from Zion his first year, playing
He
well.
reminds me of Anthony Davis, kind of.
That's bold but fair. Um,
His build and just the way, like I said, AD plays above the rim really well. So does Pablo.
D'Lo looks good this year. But you
Yeah.
know who looks amazing as should have been expected?
Who?
Ja Morant.
Ja Morant. Yes, sir. He was taken one pick before my guy, James Harden, in our fantasy draft, who
And
also looks great.
he had 49 last night, but not only that, he had 8 assists, which means he combined to be a part of at least 65 of those points or more. Crazy.
And he went 5 for 6 from three. We talked about in our MVP video. If he can keep that three more consistent, he's a serious,
Yeah.
serious threat.
And Brandon Clark just got a bag. I mean, obviously he'll be there long term now. They have pieces to build around and they're moving in the right direction. So I mean, and 129, 123, I think it was an overtime win last night. I may be wrong, but Ja had 49. I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm looking at it right now. The next closest player had 17. So,
Wow.
which was John Concher. I don't know who
Yeah.
that is.
John Conchar, he's not bad. Did you see that video of Steven Adams taking the towel out of the dude's hand and giving it to Ja? That was John
No.
Conchar who he took it from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I love seeing that.
me too.
Yeah.
Real quick, I want to say, you know who else looks good this year so far? It's only 2 games, but D'Angelo Russell hit the coldest crossover. Did you see this? He
He's on
hit
my
the
fantasy team.
coldest crossover last night, and he
He hit
pulled
a
up. Mike
small
Conley
ball.
went from the foul line to the baseline, bro. That man is old. He cannot keep up with D'Lo, and then he hit that nice little pull up off the glass, ice in his veins. You love to see it because you know, he's had his ups and downs since leaving Brooklyn. So I'm happy for
Yeah.
him. Always been a D'Lo fan. So that was cool
Yeah.
to see.
Nah, he's
The
playing well,
Timberwolves
man.
as a whole, Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns, they look
Hey,
kind of nice together.
it looked really good. And I was curious how that dynamic was gonna be. But really, like Rudy Gobert sort of fits perfect. So I think it'll
Yeah.
be a good year for them.
Yeah.
Tonight, you got the Heat, the Bulls, and the Nuggets all playing tonight. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching the Bulls. I did get a chance to watch the Pelicans and the Hornets in between the time that the Bulls were playing last night.
How's Zion look?
Great, man. I wanted to ask you, this team, this core, I love the whole starting unit, JV, Herb Jones, but let's talk about the big three of CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, and Zion Williamson. And the next,
Yeah.
let's say 3 years, do you think they can win the NBA finals? Because I don't see a reason why they couldn't. They look great together.
So here's the thing, right? There's so many and I'll say it, I sound like one of these TV announcers, but the league really is just full of talent, full of athletes now. I think it's going to come down to cohesiveness, who meshes well together, and who stays healthy. I think healthy is going to be the key component for quite a few teams, because I could see the Bulls playing well in the next 3 years or tanking. I could see the Nuggets. This is our next 2 years are going to be sort of the only 2 years we're going to have to make that run. If everybody stays healthy, I could easily see us winning. The Pelicans, I think they could win as well. I love Bi. I always have him on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
I think he's a great player. I think he's
one of the
relatively underrated in comparison.
I definitely think so. I think he's a superb scorer. I think he's one of the best Duke players in the league right now. I think he's one of the best scorers just in general.
He scores like Melo, man. I mean, he really does. I love
Kevin
watching
Durant
him play.
type, yeah.
I love watching him play. And if Zion stays healthy, I think they can make a run.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Zion is virtually unguardable. Like, I watch this man play. Fives can't guard him, fours can't guard him.
Like a young Shaq.
Nah, man.
He really is.
Because he's so quick for his size.
He's huge and quick. I think CJ McCollum, I don't know if the Pelicans have 3 years. I think they may have. I think next year would be their best chance to make a run for it if everyone stays healthy. Why? Just because I think next year they could get one more piece, because you have Zion, you have McCollum, and then you have Bi, right?
Yeah, and JV, who is playing great so far. JV is a good player. He's been a good player, man. I got the opportunity to watch him several times in Toronto. He's nice.
Herb Jones has been playing really good too.
Herb Jones is great.
And Jose Alvarado, which is one of my favorite underdogs in the league. I just like the kid so much. But
that's what I mean, bro. Like, this team, I think it has, as long as the chemistry stays good on the floor, I don't see why they wouldn't be a championship contender with the more they gel. Maybe you can make a case they need a little bit more spacing. And JV is a great 3-point shooter for a center, but maybe off the bench you could use a shooter, maybe like a Duncan Robinson or someone in that mode. We'll see what happens. But I honestly think that the Pelicans are maybe not in contention this year, but in the next 2-3 years, I think maybe if they haven't won a championship in the next 3 years, let's say, then you need to move on, probably split up Zion and Bi, even though I love both of those players. 3 years healthy together, I honestly think they can win the finals. Yo, one other team that I wanted to talk about that I got a chance to watch a little bit last night is the Hornets. Man, Steve Clifford was talking about how he came to coach a playoff team because his last stint in Charlotte was for like a rebuild. I'm sorry, Coach Clifford, you guys are not going to be in the playoffs this year. LaMelo Ball is gone. James Bouknight is back after his drama, his 5th DUI this year, and he's playing UI. Let's say that. DUI means dribbling under influence for this guy. Not looking great. So I don't know, man. I know Sean. Shout out to Sean. He's a big Hornets fan. I don't know other Hornets fans really, but if you are a Hornets fan listening to this, I feel for you. Just know it'll get better. You have LaMelo, and when he's healthy, you're at least entertaining to watch. So
yeah, and they have good pieces. I just don't think they all fit together. I mean, if you look at their
Miles
roster,
Bridges is a big loss.
They have names that but they have names that were sort of passed on by other teams, or names that just haven't made it on. I mean, they have Dennis Smith Jr., they have Kelly Oubre, they have PJ Washington, Gordon Hayward, Mason Plumlee, who played really well in Denver.
As a backup, though, he's their own. He's starting for them. You don't want Mason Plumlee at the age of 33 starting on an NBA roster. You don't want
Terry Rozier is close
Terry
to
Rozier's nice. He's on my fantasy team too. He struggles with injury. Hopefully he can stay healthy. But the names you said, man, they have Gordon Hayward, who is injured a lot of the time, and because of his injuries, plays like a very old man.
Yeah, he does. He does. It's
And
not the
that's
Gordon
that's
Hayward.
kind of the scary thing with this Hornets team, bro. You think, oh, they're young, they're good, but a lot of their guys are low key veterans. Kelly Oubre's this is his like 7th year. Like they're not that young anymore. And outside
Yeah.
of LaMelo, they don't have a very bright future. So you just hope maybe they can cash in, trade some of their vets this year. I would say make a trade with Oubre if you can, make a Gordon Hayward trade if you can, and let the young guys just really go out there and develop, because you're definitely not winning a championship this year, probably not even making it to the play-in. So what do you have to lose at this point, really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I agree. You know who looked steady and on pace this year, though. So far, at least their one game is the Bucks. They look good. I mean, Giannis always, right? Bobby Portis is playing pretty good.
You were talking about the Celtics.
Yeah. Wait, Gordon Hayward?
No, what like before I took my intermission.
Oh yeah. The Celtics. Throughout their scandals in the offseason, they don't look like they miss Ime very much.
No, they don't. They do not.
It looks like he did a really good job of setting things in place. And as a person, as a man, I can't agree or condone or even be like, yeah, I like him, because I don't. But if there's a way to separate basketball from what he did, it looked like he put the pieces in place and they've just been rolling with them.
Yeah.
I mean, it
No,
helps to have
he's
Jason
not coming
Tatum
back, bro.
and Brown. No, God, no. I hope not. I don't think he deserves to come back at all.
No. But just like
Deshaun Watson, but he's coming back. So
especially if they're winning like this. Like if they're winning like this, there's no loss. And you know who else they're not missing right now? Robert Williams, the guy who led them in blocks last year. He's a great presence. Even in the finals last year when he was injured, he was playing really well. They don't seem to miss him so far. It's only been 2 games, of course, and Tatum and Brown have combined for like 140.
Yeah, 60 a game or something insane.
At least, like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and they have Marcus Smart too, who's a huge defensive presence. They have Malcolm Brogdon, right?
They have Malcolm Brogdon off the bench this year, which is a nice pickup.
They have Grant Williams, who plays very well. I mean, that whole team is pretty solid as a whole. So I think I can't stand the Celtics. I can't stand Boston fans as a whole. I can't stand you guys. You are the worst by far. But the Celtics look good this year. I just had to get that out because Boston fans. So
I agree. I was saying to my friend in the last year during the finals, like, man, I can't stand the Celtics fans, but I like the players on the team. I'm not gonna lie. Like a lot of these dudes, I really do like. I really like Jaylen Brown. I like Jason Tatum. I was skeptical when he came into the league, but he's won me over. He's really fun to watch. And I started like balling again recently. I've added that little side step to my arsenal. I'm not gonna lie. So they'll be exciting to watch. They beat the Heat last night. They beat who they beat opening night, right? They play.
I don't know. I know they beat the Heat by like 6 or 7, right?
Yeah, they beat the Heat, and then the Sixers. They beat the Sixers because Embiid forgot how to play basketball, apparently. Now that James Harden's good again.
Time to time. And James Harden's playing really well.
James Harden's
he's playing good team basketball, which is really fun to watch.
An efficient, smart team basketball. It's not just like passive like he was in Brooklyn. Brooklyn, they said he played good team basketball because he was getting a lot of assists. This is different. He's playing smart. He's listening to choices. He is. He was listening to Doc Rivers. This is not the season for Embiid to kind of be MIA, be passive. You have a legitimate chance at the championship with James Harden on your team.
Yeah.
And also like the other additions that they got in the summer, Daniel House, he's played like buns so far. PJ Tucker can't find a stroke yet,
Daniel
but
House
he's always
played
gonna be
for the
good.
Rockets.
Yeah, with Harden back in the day.
Yes. Yeah.
PJ Tucker is always good, solid defense, but he's older.
PJ
And then
Tucker's a great pickup for any team, though. I will stand
oh
by
yeah,
that.
for sure. For
It's like
sure. No,
championships follow that
definitely.
man.
He's been their best addition out of the three main guys they got this summer. The other guy was D'Anthony Melton from the Grizzlies, and he hasn't played well so far.
ADHD's kicking, but just talking about pickups and trades and stuff. I just found out if Smith was
on the Nuggets.
I knew that, but this is his 13th team in 13 years.
Yeah, I think he plays for one more team. He has the all-time record, right? Or does he now?
I think he has the record now.
That's crazy. Shout out to Ish Smith, man.
Yeah, hey, that man knows how to get a bag and stay in the league. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's weird how players are like that. I don't know how long he'll be with the Nuggets. I don't think I personally think Ish Smith should be out of the league. If you go through 13 teams in 13 years, he's
past his prime a little bit.
He is, but I mean, hey, shout out to him. But back to what we're talking about, or sort of, back to the Celtics. They played the Heat, beat the Heat by 7. But the Heat look decent. They look good. They haven't had a good start. They're 0-2. But I mean, you have Tyler Hero with 25 last night, and then Jimmy with 25 plus or something.
Yeah,
or
man,
no,
but Jimmy had a good game. Jimmy shot efficiently. Jimmy's had 2 good games to start the season. Bam scored last night, but when you watch them play, especially against Chicago, Bam is like not there mentally or something, because he's giving up points in the paint that he didn't used to. He's just not being aggressive. And this is kind of similar to Patrick. Okay, at this point, Bam, you got to be scoring. You got to be playing aggressive. You want Defensive Player of the Year? Go take it. It's yours for the taking. It's anybody's right now.
Yeah. Well, and it's hard to get really good, right? And like become that good like Bam did so quick. But what's harder is if you get to that point and then you have an off year, it's basically that next year is sort of do or die for you. Like if he plays not as great this year, Bam's going to be written off in the league.
Bam's had ups and downs. I think he's only been an all-star once, but he's always been around that mark. You would think, bro, he loves his team. Like he has great vets between Jimmy, Kyle, and UD who pour into him. I don't know what's missing. Maybe he's just trying to get his juice flowing for the season. What, UD?
Yeah.
Hey, real quick. Kyle Lowry scored last night. Like he scored pretty well, but I don't know how efficient he was in the end. He has 17 or so in the box score. But oh man, Kyle, bro. Yeah. I need to come off the bench.
4-13 last night.
4 of 13 shooting? You might want to consider bringing him off the bench and starting Gabe Vincent. I love Kyle, always will.
Gabe Vincent is really good.
Kyle Lowry right there. That's my guy. Met him, gave me that autograph, connected me to Jimmy. Now me and Jimmy are besties. We work out every morning. That's what the article says, at least. But man, like I think at this point, 36 going on 37, it's not a bad thing to come off the bench. I think Kyle's made a great career for himself. He's obviously in his twilight. Just give it a shot, man. You're 0-2. Shake it up a little bit. Obviously, I trust Coach Spo and his decisions more than myself. But I think maybe try a little bit of youth in the starting lineup and see how it goes.
I agree. I mean, he's averaging 25% from the field, right?
And he starts off cold a lot of the time, to be fair.
But he's like 5 of 20 shooting. I think. So, and this is like a trend with the older Kyle Lowry. Not to say that he's bad. I don't think he's bad. I think he brings a lot to any team. But I think he should be starting, and at least for this team, no. Could he start
Right.
for like the Hornets right now? Probably.
Or maybe
Or
he could start in the playoffs if they need him to, but try him off the bench at least and see what happens. I know he obviously has a lot of pride. Starting always feels better than coming off the bench, but you're on to it so far. If this continues, at least, I think you should try to switch it up a
I
bit.
mean, you're 0-2. Do they have a game tonight?
No, they played last night.
Some of these teams have double hitters, like the Nuggets.
Oh,
played
back
last
to
night.
back? Yeah, same with Chicago. But
The
I don't
Heat
think the
do
Heat
play
do.
tonight.
Oh, they do. Wow.
They play the Raptors.
Oh, snap.
So I think
Do I
you
watch
should
that
start
game or do I
Kyle.
watch the Bulls?
I would watch that game. The Bulls at Cleveland. I think you start Kyle Lowry tonight because he's playing the Raptors, and we'll just see what happens. Right? Like, give him one more shot, and then
Yeah.
if he plays well, go from there. Yeah, let's see tonight: the Spurs and Sixers, Celtics, Magic, Rockets, Bucks, Thunder and Nuggets. I hope the Nuggets just smash the Thunder, but Giddy is playing freaking
Josh
amazing.
Giddey's nice, bro.
It's so crazy.
I
The
tried to
flow,
tell you.
man. The flow. That dude's playing so good.
Josh
Really,
Giddey reminds me of like a more athletic Sean Livingston, if that makes sense. Like he just
Okay.
has a really good tempo. He can score a bit more than Sean. He's got a nice little midi and he's a big guard. So that's kind of
better
my
D.
comparison. Yeah, better defense. Well, Sean Livingston was good at defense. Maybe not his last year when he was 70,000 years old.
I have a question. What do you think of the Cavs so far?
I haven't seen the Cavs play yet. Darius Garland got 4 points and then got injured, so he's selling my fantasy team. But hopefully he'll be fine. He'll bounce back. I'm excited. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird that they started Karis LeVert at small forward. I don't think that was a very good move. We'll see what happens,
Yeah.
though.
I don't know. I mean, they play tonight, so we'll see. And honestly, I've loved watching the Bulls so far. Alex Caruso is
He's that guy.
good. He is,
I told
bro.
you.
He is. He is.
I told you.
I way too overhyped though. Come on now. But
No.
is, yes. Come on.
He's
now.
the GOAT.
No, you're tripping, dog.
He is.
You're tripping. He plays good hustle basketball.
He's the best shooting guard the Bulls have ever had. If not, then he's the best bald shooting guard the Bulls have ever had. What? What?
The best shooting guard the Bulls have ever had?
Top two, him and Jimmy.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Nothing. Nothing at
You
all.
act like I'm forgetting someone.
You're getting someone pretty important.
Oh, my bad. Zach LaVine.
Okay, yes, Zach LaVine, but you're forgetting one more person, but it's okay.
Okay. Well, I guess on that note, anything else that you want to add before we call it? It's been a great first week of the season.
It has. No, I will say if anybody wants to pay for Caleb and I to continue having NBA League Pass, I'd much appreciate a donation.
Yes, because these ads are crazy this year, man. There's out of pocket, then there's out of pocket. And this is out of pocket.
Streaming this year. We got to be on the straight and narrow, legitimate sites. I need to continue League Pass. It's only $15 a month. Yeah, that's all I got. If you like the episode, if not, then it's okay. We'll just stop.
Hey man, Christmas is right around the corner. If y'all want to bless us, this is the way. If you like to hear us talk about basketball, then do that, because now I don't know what we'd do if we can't watch basketball. Just pretend.
Yeah,
that's what most of these analysts do anyway.
I know. Yeah, they're super busy. I actually have time to watch basketball. I'd like to continue doing that. Yeah, no, that's all I got. Sorry for no episode last week. That was on me. I had a little technical issue where I dropped my phone downstairs and it got lost. Don't ask how that happened. but yeah, no, we'll keep bringing it to you. And as always, like, follow, subscribe, whatever.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, with that being said, hope y'all have a wonderful week, and we'll catch you here same time next week. Peace.